Y'all told me we were going to lose. Y'all told me we wasn't for real. But I tell y'all time and time again, good teams win. I know y'all tried to kill Jalen with that dirty play from D-Law. Then he came back here in the second half and diced y'all up. That's what a real football team looked like. Look, man, just in case y'all forgot, this is who I am. This is right here is what I do. This is the Diamond Crew. But I want to give a shout out to my G's and my OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to this channel and you like content like this, I need you to do me one favor. Maybe 2 favors or 3. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, 4. Hit that notification bell so you always up to date. But look, man, let's get this out the way. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for a damn good game. That game was a nail biter. You know, I was on the edge of my seat all game. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, man, for a minute I thought we wasn't gonna make it. For a minute I thought we wasn't gonna make it. It was gonna be some of them inflicted wounds that we like to do. But we did it, man. We did it. You know, Eagles won a thriller, man, over Dallas. America's game of the week, 28-23. And let me tell you, man, it was a barn burner. It was a barn burner. It was a good one, man. And, you know, basically, you know, what I'm seeing is we basically getting everybody's best shot. You know, we are the best team in the league, man. Let's not get that misconstrued. I've been saying that, and y'all been telling me I was crazy. But now we have some cushion between us and everybody else in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is what we wanted. Let's get into a few, you know, good things that I seen from this game. You know, it was a lot of good and there was a lot of bad, you know, and this is kind of like my initial reaction. You know, I'm be talking my ish all week. It only gets worse from here. You know, this is the calm before the storm, basically. But look, man, on the defensive side, man, the good things I seen on defense, which, you know, was some stuff that was good. You know, we had 5 sacks and we had a lot of big sacks, you know, especially towards the end of the game to put this team away or put them in a bad situation. But, you know, all of the players that was a part of the sack party today was sweaty. He had himself some sacks. Jalen Carter, Reddick, Brandon Graham with monster. I think he had a sack and a half today. He was a monster today. Brandon Graham could possibly be the Eagles defensive player of the week with how good he was, you know, and how many great sacks at great times that he had. Even Dean was able to get him a half a sack today before he got hurt and he went out. Even Cox was able to get him a sack. I think he had a half a sack as well. But look, these guys were all of the part. They were all a part of this defense. You know, they just look good, man. They look good rushing, getting Dak off the spot. Dak did try to use his legs a lot this week, but we was able to contain a lot of that. I want to talk about Zach Cunningham real quick, man. He led the whole team with 8 big tackles. You know, some great tackles when we needed them. Zach Cunningham is a really good tackling linebacker. I think that's one of his strengths. He definitely make big plays for us. But the fact of the matter is, man, we found a way to win by making plays when inches were the different. But they still recorded as plays made. That's what y'all got to understand. Yeah, football is a game of inches, and this game was the show. It showed you why. Because, you know, a few inches in the other direction, we'd be talking about a touchdown. Reed Blankenship made a big play on Titan Shoemaker. You know, he kept him out of the end zone. And that was right after Slay and Cunningham was able to really lay some wood on Dak. I'm talking about made a big hit to keep him out the end zone. You know, Dak was just feasting at that point, trying to get in the end zone. But those guys was able to stop him. And then Reed Blankenship came back and stopped the touchdown that was initially called a touchdown. So that was a play, that kept them out of the end zone and kept those points off the board. Also, that big toe, going out of bounds on the 2-point conversion, which would have made it a 3-point game. And then when they came back down, they could have, field goaled it and tied the game up. But, football is a game of inches. So, that's basically what it is. But real quick, man, let's talk about what I seen from my dog Jalen, man. Jalen held it down today. Jalen was lights out, man. He just looked different. He was different today, man. You could just tell that it was important that he win this game. Like I said, man, they tried to take him out the game with a helmet to Jalen's knee, leg area, that I thought was going to take him out the game. And Jalen was able to, go into the half and come back out and finish playing this game, and we needed him. Without him, I don't think we was able to win this game because Jalen was throwing dipping dots. I'm talking about these were some great throws. I'm talking about we're going to definitely look at the all-22 moving forward. But at the same time, just re-looking at the game in my mind and just remembering how good these throws were, man, Jalen is elite. So Jalen ended up 17 for 23 for 2 touchdowns and 1 rushing yard. And I think he had about 207 yards total passing. So basically, man, Jalen was surgical with the ball, man. No turnovers recorded, but we did put the ball on the ground a few times, but we was able to get it by the ball just basically bouncing our way. But man, Jalen was everything with the football in his hands today. No interceptions today. He made almost every pass that we needed from him today. He just did what he did what he was supposed to do, man. And I really appreciate that from Jalen Hurts, man, because like they said, this was a measuring stick game. And did what Jalen do? He stood up to the test once again. Y'all said it was a measuring stick game for Tua. Y'all said it was a measuring stick game for Dak Prescott. But Jalen the one that came out victorious out of all this. And he played well to do it. He played well, man. Well, as we give Jalen all the flowers he deserved today, he was probably the player of the game offensively for the Philadelphia Eagles. He played well. But while we're talking about him, let's talk about Kenny G. The guy who had a few struggles coming into this game, a few turnovers coming into this game. It was a story that came out when, he went into the locker room and he texted the fan back when the fan told him to hold on to the ball. He was then he came back and, retracted all that and said that he was a public figure. And, he said that that shouldn't be him, which I get. Keep your head in the game. He was able to get into the end zone today on a really big run. That was like a really big touchdown for us. That really got us going early in the game. And then also, man, AJ and Schmitty and Jalen also joining that touchdown party today. Man, coming, really having a good, strong first half, and then coming back and having another really good second half. We took over that third quarter. Dallas seemed to me that Dallas took over the fourth quarter a little bit more, but we was able to hold them off. And like I said, man, we need to talk about this defense, the good about this defense, man. We held the Cowboys to a touchdown or 6 points the second half of this game. We've been doing this all season, where we would come out and not play a good first half, and then we come out and adjust, and we figure out what to do the second half. But at the same time, man, nobody could do nothing with CeeDee Lamb. Nobody could do nothing with Ferguson. They had some really good games. I mean, they was just open every play. And it makes me think, man, are we really missing Avonte Maddox? Because the middle of the field is wide open. Slay had a few, times where he wasn't in the right position. Bradbury was just barbecue chicken. He was barbecue chicken, man. I'm talking about that was really pissing me off. What I seen from Bradbury today. I'm not sure if he had a position, if he not in the right position for him on defense, and maybe that's why he's not playing up to the standard. But I'm talking about, man, every time they targeted Bradbury for the second week in a row, the receiver was wide open. That really grinded me up, bruh. We have to go into this bye week this week and come back out with a game plan for these corners, man, because that's just ridiculous. How I watch these guys get burnt time and time again, and we can't stop nobody. We can't stop no receivers. That really drives me insane, man. It really drives me insane. And the front line, the front four, they getting pressure on the quarterback. They get into the quarterback, but it's like when they're not getting to the quarterback, the receivers is wide open. If y'all would guard somebody, then maybe we could get a couple more sacks. Like, damn, just guard somebody out there. Like, man, I was like, it was blowing my mind how much we was getting burnt on defense. Like, it was really blowing my mind. We really put some pieces in place with Bayard, who had him a few tackles today. And we put money on the outside with Slay and Bradbury. And I'm talking about we still getting burnt left and right. That need to change. For real, man. That need to change. But still, man, holding this defense to, one touchdown in the second half after they was really demolishing us. It was demolishing us, that fourth quarter. And a lot of that first half, we was able to get it together, man. We're saying all that, we still talking about a 8-1 team going into the bye, putting some cushion between us and everybody else, and that's a good thing. That's something good to talk about. I'm real happy with that. I'm not upset at all, but at the same time, we still need to see a full game when both of these coordinators are putting up a great effort. That's what I want to see, man. I want to see these coordinators do their thing. Put these guys in the right position, call better play calling. It's good that we got to see Penny. When Penny came in, he actually looked pretty decent. He looked pretty decent, man. So I want to see Penny more, man. We need to rotate these running backs in here. Swift was able to get him a few runs, outside the tackles. Inside, he was able to just do, a lot of big things and maneuver the ball up and down the field. But I'm not seeing what I seen from him in the first couple of weeks, and I would like to see that again. But, it is what it is. Like I said, man, this is that first 24 hours. My favorite slogan, the first 24 hours, we're going to enjoy this victory. And then I guess we're going to game plan for our next opponent. But right now, we're going to take a little break. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been beat up. We've been battered and bruised. I'm hoping that we can get a bit healthy, especially Jalen, especially Nakobe Dean, even though, Nicholas Morrow didn't come in and do a bunch, but he still came in and was solid. You know what I'm saying? But, hopefully we can get Goddard back. He was injured today. I'm not sure if he broke his arm or if it's something that's going to, put him out long term. And, after he went out, that was another time, when it just hurt us a little bit, man. We need these guys available for the game. And when he went down, man, I was hurt because he was actually having a really good game. That tight end screen was a great call by Brian Johnson, man. Brian Johnson looks better. Brian Johnson was actually the most competent coordinator today, because Sean Desai, I don't know what was going on. I thought that Eli Ricks was ready, but put him on CeeDee Lamb, it was not the answer. And, I could see doing that in the beginning of the game because, Ricks had a good game against Hill, but he didn't have nothing for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was killing him, So it's some things that we need to clean up, man. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with Slay. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with Ricks. Where we're gonna put him. I still think Ricks is a good player. He's still a young corner, so much to learn. He was undrafted, and he's playing big time football. Sidney Brown, man, I seen him getting toasted in coverage a little bit himself, especially CeeDee Lamb is a special player, and we know this. But we got to do something at this cornerback spot. This is a problem that needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we can do that pretty soon. But like I said, man, we're going to break down the film on this. We're going to see what we can do to get better, in my opinion. You know what I mean? We're going to rest up this week. But I'm still going to be coming with videos all week. I'm still going to be trying to do my thing. But for now,